My mom was my mom and my dad. She raised me up. She was everything for me. And I said, Mom, I had this dream. She started laughing. She said, Nestor, you're crazy. I said, yes, I am crazy, Mom. But one day, you're gonna have a better life.
This was where?
This was when I was in my country. This was in 2004, Nicaragua. I was in Nicaragua. I woke up and I said, Mom, I had this dream last night that I was in New York driving on a bridge and I saw a bunch of buildings on the other side.
So you got up and made a decision to come to America.
Yes. 2010, I moved from South Carolina to New York. When I was driving through Verrazano Bridge, that's the same picture that I had on my dream. That's how crazy it is. I called up my mom and I said, Mom, do you remember when I told you this? She said, yes. I said, well, this happened to me today. And I told her, I'm gonna give you a great life. And everything that I have, Mike, it was because of her. I worked my ass off. From 2017 to 2022, I was doing 2 jobs and I was running Long Island Bimmer too. America is the best country on the planet. I don't care what people say, but a message that I can send to all the immigrant people, don't come with that mindset that we have in our countries. If you come here, come for your dreams.
Who are you? What is your name?
Hey Mike, my name is Nestor. I'm Long Island Bimmer CEO. Well, Long Island Bimmer, it's a car club founded, established in Long Island, New York in 2018.
Okay. So tell me about your childhood. You immigrated to America?
I came to America in 2007. When I first came to America, I did not speak any word of English. It was such a big challenge when I first came here. But hey, you know what? I love challenge, and that's why I am who I am today.
No, that's awesome, man. Hey, go show you're bilingual.
Listen, hey.
That's a strength to have. So what sparked your interest in BMWs?
Well, in 2013, I got my first BMW, right? So my friend used to have another BMW, and he always told me, oh, Nestor, you should get this car. They are an amazing machines. I said, you know what? I'm gonna get one day. So in 2013, I first got my first BMW. After that, I got my second BMW, and after that, it's just a history.
Wait, so you had 335 was your first?
My first BMW was a 2001 325. It was a mint condition.
E46, right?
Yes, E46 325. And then after that, I got the E90 335, which I did a lot to it. I put a lot work to that car. And then after that car, I bought my M4.
Okay. So I remember the 335. That thing had the crazy verbal tune. It can move. And you had both at one time. You had both the M4 and the 335.
Yes, sir.
You know that's like having 2 M cars. You only get to drive one, you barely get to drive the other, right?
Listen, that's the best machines, one of the best machines on the market for sure.
Absolutely.
You got
335. That was my first BMW 335. Put a banging ass audio system in it. That little cock stage 1, a little like blow off fountain. It was fun. It was a fun car.
Listen, I love that platform. The E90, I think, is one of the best platform, especially if you own a M3 V8. You know how that sound. So I put a lot of work to that car. It was full button. I put a lot of love to, and after that, I said, it's time for an M. All my people keep asking me, oh, Nestor, when you gonna get an M? I said, you know what?
I mean, it's only fair. The president of Long Island Bimmer should be driving it.
Listen, I always say when the right time come, it's gonna happen. And God is always good to me. And then after that, it was a history again.
Absolutely. So what inspired you to start Long Island Bimmer?
So let me tell you this. 2018. I was working with one of my friends, and he had a 328, and I have a 335. And we came out with the idea that we say, hey, nobody is hosting meets for BMW in Long Island, and we said, you know what, we should do something like that. So he had a friend, I had a friend, and then I said, you know what, let's put something together, and we call our friends. And then we host our first meet. The first meet that we had, we had 4 cars. That's all we have. After that, I say, hey, I like these. Let's just keep going. And that's what it motivated me after the first time that I see four beautiful machines next to each other.
Not yet. Like, you have to look at also the car culture, just like in the tri-state area itself. You got your Honda boys, you got your Honda Cruise, you got your Subaru Cruise, you got your Mustang, your American Muscle Crew. There really isn't like a strictly like a BMW like crew. And even like I said from the get-go, that's what I was like searching for, because it was like I tried going to all these meets. I was hanging out with muscle car people, nitrous Corvettes, like, and there's nothing like I wanted to learn about my car, like actually like make it faster, like get to enjoy it.
Yeah, I remember the Hondas were like on their primes. They used to have these events in Jersey, Honda Days, I think. Honda Day, I think that's what it was called. They were big, and we didn't really have like a big BMW club, in New York. I mean, there was Empire Boise. They were on their primes, but there was nothing like the Honda Days, because I remember they had like 1,000, 2,000 cars, easy. So I said, what, let me see if I can make the difference, and listen, I just keep going. I never stop, and say I'm gonna make Long Island Beamer well known on New York.
Long Island. Like you said Empire Boys, you have to think like they're mostly like the city.
Yes.
Kind of like the city. And I've been to the Empire Boys meets, but for us Suffolk County people out east, it's kind of hard to get to, and so it's saying like this is the first time like Long Island really has like a BMW club for representing all of Long Island, not just the city.
Yes, listen, you 100% right on that. I had a dream, and I make it come true. There's been a lot of up and downs, but here we are. Here we are today, and I can tell you one thing: we probably are one of the biggest BMW club on the tri-state area for sure. I'm not saying that we are the bigger one, but I can tell you that we are one of the biggest BMW club on the tri-state area. And listen, I'm proud of that. It's been a long journey for sure, but here we are.
Yeah, man. So now, you always say like the club's family. How do you foster the sense of like family, community among the BMW enthusiasts in the club?
Well, I always say one thing. It's I feel like in Long Island Beamer, when you join us, you are not just a regular member. You are more than that. You become a family of our club. Everybody that have joined so far, everybody's still out there with us. They feel the vibe, they feel the energy, how welcome they are. And, I feel like that's one of the mainly reasons why we're still here.
Oh, yeah. And like that's when I first started coming to meets, that's the sense I felt, because, like I said, I was an outsider. I was coming from like all these different clubs. I didn't really have like car friends like in the community. Like I had, like friends I knew like locally who just happened to have like a car, and like we mess around with, and like a few of my neighbors had M4s, but they were really hanging out with the Mustang people too. So
Yeah.
it's like, when I found Long Island Beamer, I came through the first night, we went to Captree. It was like, oh, this is good. I like this.
Listen, you know what?
I felt at home.
I always say that, I feel like we are more than a car club. That's why we have people from Jersey, people from Pennsylvania, people from Delaware, people from Philly, people from South Jersey, people from Connecticut. They come all over the place when I host a meet. And I appreciate the love that I get from everybody, and because of that I try my best to have a good show and a good event and a good time. I like to make people feel comfortable, and and that's why we are who we are today.
Yeah. what are some of the most memorable events and then experiences from club? Like, what's the biggest like show out you put on?
I can name you a few. When I did the classic meet, I wasn't expecting that many cars. It was something definitely, that touched me when I see so many different classic cars, E30, E24, E28, E36, E39. I got to see like all different type of BMWs. That day was one of the most amazing days. And when I did the M5 meet, I was like amazed. To be honest, I was not expecting to see all those cars. I was wow. Like E39, F10, F90, E60. I was like wow. I was amazed, to be honest. Like I have had a few really good events. That I'm gonna keep that with myself for sure.
So you're also like collaborating with like the other clubs from other states. So you have Beamers United, and that's composed of Philly Beamers, New Jersey Beamers,
And myself.
and yourself.
Exactly. We began with that idea because I remember one day I was talking to my boy, 16G80, by the way. Huge shout out to him. And he said, Nestor, let me introduce you to Zoom, which is Philly Beamer, and let me introduce you to Geo, which is New Jersey Beamers. I said, okay, perfect, thank you. So he said, let's put something together. We did put something together. We went to Navy Yard in Philly. That day it was a great, amazing turnout. We have around 400 cars, I would say, like all different type of cars, all different type of BMWs. Different colors, different individual color. It was an amazing day. After that, we did a few more meets, and last year we became with the idea. We said, you know what, we should do something bigger than this. We should create something that we can make an event, and we said, you know what, let's do Beamers United. Bang, that's it. And after that, now it's something different. We're not stopping. This is just the beginning. And thank you for everybody that have support us. Maple Grove events in March, it was a huge turnout. We had over 1,000 people, over 1,000 cars, over 5,000 people. It was a great event. That was our first event. That was our season opener, and then we're planning right now to do the season closer. That's coming soon, very soon. Stay tuned, guys.
Now, yeah, the Maple Grove, that was wild. I mean, line out the door down the street. It went very smooth.
Listen, it was such a great event. As everybody knows, when we're doing an event, and when we put something together, New Jersey Beamers, Philly Beamers, and myself, a lot of the time we do rallies. So let me tell you this, I depart from here, from this place, to the first meetup spot. We got to the pre-meet spot, we had like 50 cars. So, and then we went to Jersey, we got to Jersey, we have around 200-300 cars, right? So, and I have to lead the rally. It's such a big responsibility when you're doing this type of rallies. And sometimes people don't understand, Mike. Let me tell you, people don't understand. Every time you leading, every time you're doing an event, you feel that pressure on you. I know it's easy to say, hey, you know what, Long Island Bimmer is doing a meet. Let's go over there. Let's have some fun. Yes, of course. And listen, I appreciate that. I love that. All I can say, it's we have made history. We are who we are today because the support that I have got from every single one of you guys. That's why we are Long Island Bimmer today. But on that rally that I did to Maple Grove, I had my boy Lee Gallery shooting, and yourself in Panavibe.
Yeah, I was right there.
So,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because there was not enough time to take rollers of every single car.
Oh no, yeah, like
You know,
like I got people who know, hey, did you get a picture of my? There's literally so many. We took over the entire highway, which normally you don't see that until like impact.
no, yes, exactly, yes, 100%.
You have impact levels of turnout at the events.
It was such a great event, you know. Shout out to you guys for doing the job that you guys do. Big shout out to Panavive, League Gallery, EE Focus, and some of the other photographers that help us out to put this together too. I know, you know, it was such a beautiful things when you see all those cars together and nobody walling out. Because I said this to on the safety meeting. I said, guys, whoever is walling out, whoever is not respecting, you will be banned from Long Island Beamer, Philly Beamers, and New Jersey Beamer. And I say, you will be never allowed to go to any event of Beamers United. Say, your choice. You want to be that stupid? Okay, go ahead, do your thing, and you find out.
Car meets, they can get crazy, especially the rallies. What measures do you take to keep everyone safe?
You know, every time is a challenge, right? Because let's say I say, guys, I'm doing last minute meet. And then, you know, now I get 200 messages, 300 messages. Hey, where is the location at? Right? So every time you get new people, every time you get new BMW, every time you get new M4, every time you get to see different faces, right? So what I do is I do safety meetings. Every time I do my safety meetings, and I'm very clear. I say, guys, one thing about us is we respect the law. If you want to be walling out, do on your own things. Do on your own time, I'm sorry. If you want to be doing something stupid, do on your own time. If you want to be doing anything dumb, okay, take my stuff off from your car. I don't want my name to be related with anything stupid, with anything illegal. You know, safety first. And that's why one of the reasons why when we cruising with 50, 100 cars, I do safety meetings. And, you know, and nobody, it's allowed to pass me or my VP, which is Joe. So whoever break that rule is definitely gonna have, you know, we're definitely gonna have to talk to him. Whoever it is, it doesn't matter. Nobody should be above Long Island Beamer. Simple as that. It doesn't matter how much I love you, but if you really love me, you have to respect me and you have to respect Long Island Beamer. You know, if you're not willing to sacrifice yourself, you know, and you're gonna be that guy speeding up or whatever. So first thing, you know, that I always think about it is safety first, right? Because if we walling out, right, you got 50, 100 cars. If it's someone Mac, it's gonna be a terrible accident. And that's the last thing that I want. Safety first. And like I say every time, if you don't feel comfortable with us, that's fine. There are plenty teams out there. You can go out there. There are plenty teams that like to be walling out. I respect everybody. I respect all the other teams. But if you're gonna be that guy, simple as that. This is gonna be your first time and your last time. I don't need you with us. I always say one thing, Mike. It's respect, bring respect. If I respect you, I'm expecting the same from you. Right? So, and because of that, you know, I have earned the respect from many people, from many car clubs, and, you know, from different entities. I can tell you this story. Last year, someone reached out to me and he's like, "Oh, Nestor, this is what's going on." It was a little beef between two car club. I'm sorry. And I said, "What is going on?" You know, and they did a group shot and they put myself there. And I said, "Guys, the cars are supposed to bring us together, to bring us united. Why do we have to not respect each other? You are on this side of the state. You are on this side." And, you know, they say, "Nestor, you know, the thing is, we see you as the godfather of the car community." You know, it's such a big respect that a lot of car club have for myself, which I really, truly appreciate it. And I was like, wow, I was really impressed, to be honest. But it's also, like I said before, respect bring respect, right? So if you respect someone, I know that other person is gonna respect you too, Mike. And that's how I want to keep it. You know, like I said before, listen, I love my Long Island Beamer supporters. Um, Shout out to my Jersey peeps that they come here very often. You know that better than a lot of people. Um, Shout out to my Philly Beamer people. You know that sometimes they travel 3 or 4 hours just to come to a Long Island Beamer meet. Shout out to my Pennsylvania people. That they travel 3.5, 4 hours just to come to a Long Island Beamer meet. And this is the first time, by the way, that I'm, allowing someone to record myself, because everybody know how hot it is out there. And, I always say I respect the law. I have some friends that they work for the law. And, that's how I want to keep it.
Right, because you come to the Long Island Beaver meets, right away you'll know that police are cool. If police do show up, what do? A lot of times they just leave. It's a sense of maturity that you bring to the spot, and yeah, anyone could call. It doesn't matter what car you pull up. It is the energy you bring, and I think that contributes to that family vibe. It's not like you don't got a bunch of like young kids walling out, doing like takeovers. So we're pretty diverse when it comes to age. What's the age group you would think?
I have people from, I would say from 18, 20 to 50, 54. And like you still see everybody getting the same respect from each other. It doesn't matter if you are young or if you old. The respect is there. And that's one thing that I really love about us. I feel like we have a structure, and that's what I always say. We are not just a regular car club, and that's why I always call you guys La Familia. Because I have seen, a few issues that happened on the past with some of the guys. Like one of the guy got his M3 CS stolen. I think you do remember when that happened. And I remember the guys got together and they went to patrol looking for his car. That show you the love for each other. That show you how much we care for each other. It's not, and also, when you come to our meets, you never see a person saying, yo, I got a better car than you. When we doing a meet, nobody's talking about cars. What we do, we talk about all that stuff. Because, okay, somebody have a nice car, and then the other one pull up with a beautiful car, and then the other one pull up with a better car, and then the next one pull up with a, CCB. The next one pull up with a CCB and bucket seat. We don't care about that here. And the next person pull up with an E46. We still giving the same love to every person. And I feel like that's what it make us difference between other car club. I respect to every car club out there. I do talk to a few owner car club. I get along with everybody. I like to have open doors for sure. So I was talking to someone, this is how I met Checkmate. So I need some merch done because the guy that I used to do my merch, he disappeared on me. So I talked to someone. I say, listen, I'm looking for for a person that can do my merch. And they told me about Checkmate. I said, okay, perfect. So we went to this go-karting place in Farmingdale. And that's the first time that I met Checkmate. Huge shout out to him. Good people. One of the greatest out there for sure. That's not even a question. Big heart. And And then after that, like usually all my meets, I've been doing it by myself. I'm very, very picky with who I collaborate with. Again, because of you don't want to get your name related with some crazy car club out there. As everyone know me, I like to stay very low key, right? So I met him. We start talking and everything, and after that, it's a history. We decide to open like a little car wash. And we became brothers. And then I did a few collaboration with Supercharged Kings, which is my brother, 100%, one of the real ones out there, for sure. Not even a question. He have showed me that. I'm not gonna say name. One day we were hosting a meet. It was me, him, and two more car clubs. And the meet was supposed to be happen on Thursday. Tuesday, we see one of the guys that was supposed to be host the meet with us on a different flyer. He's big out there, by the way. He's really big. And we say, yo, what happened? Why are you doing this? For me, that's like you have no word. And if you have no word, you're not good to me. And Supercharged told me, Nestor, we will never collaborate with these people again. And he did it. They reached out to him like 2 times, 3 times. He said, no. If my brother Nestor is not there, and if he say, we're not doing it, we're not doing it.
So I think I remember this story. Supercharged Kings put on a flyer for a meet that they weren't going to, had no association. They just put them on there.
Yes, yeah.
So they pretty much took
their
name on it and just put it on there for sit without the permission.
Exactly. Like a lot of you guys know, on the group chat, and that's why I don't allow any flyer that doesn't have Long Island Bimmer logo on it, for the same reason. And before you use my flyer, you better come to me and say, yo, can we use your logo? Can you collaborate with us? But one thing that I can tell you, Mike, is I started this by myself. Before, back in the days, there were no collaboration. You build your own name. Simple as that. The first person that I collaborate with, it was Supercharged Kings. That was the first car club that I collaborate with. That's it. I built my name. I built Long Island Bimmer. I never stopped. I never gave up. But let me tell you this story. When I first started these, we have 7 cars. That's how we start. We have 7 cars. We got 4 cars, and then we got to 7 cars. After 3-4 months, some of the guys crashed their car. So we got down to 4 cars. When you see that, you be like, oh wow, what's gonna happen? Are we gonna disappear? Right? So you start wondering a lot of questions. That's the moment when you realize how strong you are. When you realize, are you really want to go after your dreams, or you want to stop? I have 2 times that I almost gave up. One of them, it was in 2022 in October when I first got this car. Our brand got up to the top. Everybody knows about Long Island Bimmer. But with succeed comes responsibility. If you become a successful person, and then you got a lot of responsibilities. And I start feeling the pressure from people. Oh, what's next? Where we going? When is the next meet? As a matter of fact, two guys, they just text me. They say, let's do, Nestor, we're boring. Let's do something. You know, I say, this is a lot for me. You know, so that happened in 2022. It was 4 years that I was hosting meets. And I said, you know what, man, that's it, I'm done. But one person came to me and she said, Nestor, through the car community, you have met so many great people. Why would you give up now that you're big? It makes no sense. After that, it was like, boom. That's it. Long Island Bimmer here, Long Island Bimmer there, Long Island Bimmer everywhere.
Dang.
And I say,
can't relate. Because like I said, and we'll cover this in my end, I was an entrepreneur back in the day. You know, I sold my car, sold like in the car audio game, sold everything. You know, and I got to that point, I was about to give up. But he's like, you know, let me give that one more last chance, and then boom, it was everywhere.
you know,
It's it's like that. It's like the meme. You know, the guy mining, he's about to give up, but right behind that wall of dirt is diamonds.
it's 100%. 100%. That's not even a question, you know. I always say one thing about myself is when I'm afraid, I jump. You know, even that I'm shaking, but I jump. Every time you're afraid, that's when you have to jump. You got to take the chance. You know, big shout out to my OG Fields M4.
Funny story, I've known him. So when the Mustang, like I was talking, like the nitrous, like Mustang, like the American Muscle, he was part of that. He was like running them down. Like
Really?
I first met him through like a small group. Shout out to Bill, shout out to Weaver, the Everly crew. That's where I first met Phil before like Long Island Bimmer. And he does like this man shows up with a crazy build every time. Those has the black M4 that he took to like MPAC he was racing in. Like that thing was fast.
He had one of the craziest F82 back in the days. That car probably had
I remember it was Kratos Turbo.
Kratos turbos. He was pushing 950 to the wheel. Beast. But 950 to the wheel on an F chassis, it's insane. I was the only one that drove that car beside him. Yes. I remember, you know, I'm doing something in my house. It was my birthday. And he was like, Nestor, here are the keys. Car never been into an accident. I said, don't worry about it. Nothing's gonna happen. You know, he's one of my OG, for sure. You know, big shout out to him. Big shout out to you. You've been with us now, what, like 3 years, 4 years?
Yeah, man.
Because I remember, you know, when I first met you, and then you say something because you used to hang out with a different BMW club, right? If I'm not mistaken, or because you used to travel. I remember that you used to tell me.
I used to go to like Fort Lee. There's like little
yes.
BMW. It was majority, it was like 80% of it was like BMW. You know, you had your Camaros and Corvettes. Like the club, like the group president, like leader, he had a ZL1 Camaro. Shout out to Motion. No, yeah, like it was just pain. It was a difficult for me to wake up. I would have to wake up 4 a.m. Like we would wake up 4 a.m. Drive all the way to Fort Lee, and we would run, you know, like little trails into like Silver Lake, Connecticut. But you know, it's a lot of work.
But what happened after you found out Long Island Bimmer?
I was like, I gotta get up at 4 a.m.
Listen, you know, like I said, you have seen me, you know, how we grew up, for sure. Because when you first joined us, you know, it wasn't that many cars with us. You know, I know even that we had, you know, a pretty good amount of cars, but it wasn't nothing like today, nothing like now. You know, but you also have seen, you know, all this time, you know, how much we have grown and everything. You know, it's good that we have a great car club on the island. That's for sure. It's good that we have a great car club in New York, because let me tell you this story. It's really funny. One of my guys went to Miami like 2, 3 months ago.
Yeah, that was Impact Miami.
Yeah, I think it was. No, I wasn't. I think it was. I think it was. I think
Or Orlando.
Orlando. I think it was that one, or I don't even know. But he came to me the other day, two Sundays ago. He came to me and he's like, "Oh, Nestor, it's funny because I was wearing Long Island Beamer T-shirt, and someone came to me, yo, you part of Long Island Beamer, you part of Long Island Beamer." You know, I was like, wow. You know, that's it's such a good feeling. You know, shout out to my people from Cali too. You know, I have shipped out stuff to California. I have shipped out stuff to Georgia. You know, so my goal is to be known nationwide. You know, and
Coast to coast.
I think coast to coast. I think we are on the right track, to be honest.
Absolutely, man. Is there anything else you want to say?
All I can say is, thank you to all my supporters. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here right now. You guys are the reason why I'm still here. You know, after my mom passed away last year, like I said before, I said, you know what? I'm done with all this. And Cardi B, she did a vigil when my mom passed away. And she said, Nestor, come to this spot. We all are here for you. I pull up there. When I pull up there, Mike, there was like 100 cars, like 100 BMWs. Everybody was there. You know, I couldn't drive all the way in because I broke in tears. You know, that's one of my toughest moments that I have lived in USA. You know, I've been through a lot, but you know, that's the worst news you can ever get. You know, but life keep going. You just gotta be strong. Go after your dreams. Support your family. That's all you have at the end of the day. But you know, like I mentioned before, a lot of people say, "Oh, let's go to Long Island Beamer meets," but people don't know what you're going through a lot. What you're going through every day. I'm sorry. You're going through so many things, and you know, after that, like I mentioned to you before, you know, I was with this chick. We broke up, and you know, after that, my aunt passed away, which was like my second mom. So technically, I lost 3 females in 4 months. And you still see a smile on my face in front of you guys. But it's been really, really tough. You know, I always tell people, tell your parents how much you love them. My mom was my mom and my dad. She raised me up. She was everything for me. In 2004, I was getting out from high school, and I said, "Mom, I had this dream that I was in New York." She started laughing, and she said, "Nestor, you're crazy." I said, "Yes, I am crazy, Mom. But one day you're gonna have a better life." You know.
And this was where?
This was when I was in my country. This was in 2004, Nicaragua. I was in Nicaragua when this happened. You know, I woke up and I said, "Mom, I had this dream last night that I was driving on a bridge and I saw a bunch of buildings on the other side." In 2010, I moved from South Carolina to New York, And when I was driving through Verrazano Bridge, that's the same picture that I had on my dream. That's how crazy it is. I call up my mom and I say, Mom, do you remember when I told you this? And she said, yes. I said, well, this happened to me today. And I told her, you're gonna have a life like Queen. And I promised that to myself, Mike. I worked my ass off. From 2017 to 2022, I was doing 2 jobs. And I was running Long Island Bimmer too. Yes. She was having a decent life over there.
So your mom's still in Nicaragua?
Yes, she was over there, yes. She was over there. You know?
So you got up and made a decision to move to come to America?
Yes. You know, I came to America 2006. You know, it's a different of culture. You know, you're coming from this country and then you come to this country, right? So I went back to my country. I was here for 6-7 months. It was rough. It was very hard for me. You know, I was always living with my mom. And you know, I said, no, I can't do this. And I went back. But when I went back over there, I said, no, you know what, Nestor? You need to go back. You need to make your dreams come through. You know, my mom raised me up. My dad was never there for me. She was everything for myself. And I promised to myself, I'm not gonna give you a great life while you're alive. So you my queen, you my everything. And everything that I have, Mike, it was because of her. I work for her. You know, I came back in 2007. We started working, and you know, after that I say I'm gonna make my dreams come true. America is the best country on the planet. I don't care what people say, but a message that I can send to all the immigrant people that they just come here, it's, if you come here, come for your dreams. Don't be that stupid, and don't put, you know, our countries on a bad spot because all the stuff that they do. I'm Spanish, 100%, but you know, I have so many friends from here. You know, you have to respect. You are in a different country. This is not your country. So if I was in my country and then you come to my country and then you start messing things up, I'm not gonna get upset too. So, you know, if you come into a different land, respect the people that are there, respect the culture, the traditions, you know. And some people, it's very sad because some people, you know, they still thinking that they are in their country. And it's not like that. You know, against, like I said, bro, I'm 100% Spanish and I feel proud. But everything that I am today, it's because of America, the greatest land on the planet. I don't care what people say. Everybody wanted to immigrate to America. Chinese people, from Middle East people, from Dubai people. It doesn't matter where you're from. You always wanted to come to this land. You always wanted to come to America.
You know, I come from my great-grandparents, they were immigrants. I think most of us here, you know, all come from Arizona. You know, tip my hat, that takes strength to, you know, leave, you know, your mom and everyone, you know, your old life behind, you know. But you knew that was the right move. It's like you had the opportunity, you saw it, and you took it, you know. A lot of people, you know, it's hard for a lot of people to do that.
It is, you know. I always tell my daughter is be respectful. I say, you know, you're blessed because you were born here. And, you know, I say, this is the land of opportunities. You know, take the opportunities. Even sometimes when you see the opportunities are on the other side of the wall. But go for it. You got all the opportunities in America. All the chances are in this land. You know, I saw the opportunity and then I took it. You know, I'm not saying that it's easy, because it was, nothing is easy. But, there is no reward without risk. You got to risk it in order for you to get rewarded. Right?
So would you say you are living in the American dream?
This is the greatest country. And I'm thankful to this country. First, I'm thankful to God, because I'm a big believer. After God, this land. I don't care what people say. But when you come here, don't come with that mindset that we have in our countries. Again, you have to respect the law. You have to respect the culture. It's a different tradition. It's just different. It's just a different. I will call it even a planet, to be honest with you, because when I go back to my country and everything, and then you see, Mike, like how poor our countries are and everything, and then you come to America and then you see everything. It's so easy. Everything is so handled. Oh wait, you know what? I need a drink. I'm gonna go to a 7-Eleven. I need this. I'm gonna go to Walmart. In our country, it's not like that. I need a drink where I had to travel 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So when you come here, just respect the the culture, and go for your dreams.
Would you say, like, circling back to longislandbimmer, that's one of the things, we are very culturally diverse. We have Hispanics, Russians, Albanians, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. Like, that's one of the cool things I like about longislandbimmer, is because we really are like the United Nations of BMW. We, and always, it's like, especially like this time, these times, it's like, I love the diversity. I love diversity.
I love that too. Now that you mentioned that, huge shout out to my boy Pima. He's from China. His friend Sean, I think it's his name.
Purple M240 that came with us.
That was Vincent.
Yeah.
Vincent, Pima, and I think the other dude is Sean. They're always with us, and I talk to them every time, and I say, "You guys, I really appreciate this, because you guys usually hang out on your own circle. For you guys to hang out with us, it means a lot."
And a lot of times in the language barrier.
Of course, yes, 100%. But you know what, bro? Pima is such a good dude. He's such a good people, man. And, that showed the love the people have for longislandbimmer. Like you said before, my boy is from Pakistan. He's from China. We have people from all over the globe, from all over the planet. We got people from Brazil,